particularly worried about it because my dad, he's very old. He's always leaving the TV on. The bills are really hefty now.
I usually turn off all the lights trying to save power. If it's unnecessary, you turn it off immediately.
Dealing with the enormity of this could determine the course and the success of Liz Truss's time in office. Tomorrow, she will return to the dispatch box to announce how she will halt a further big rise in energy bills to stop them reaching £5,000 a year. The Prime Minister's plan could end up rivalling the response to the COVID pandemic in size, again paid for by borrowing.
First face-to-face.
Another economic crisis for this man, Andrew Bailey, Governor of the Bank of England, meeting new Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng for the first time. Earlier, he suggested Britain is facing the biggest turmoil in a quarter of a century.
In the 25 years since this regime came into existence, certainly up until the last few months, actually inflation has averaged pretty much exactly on target. This is, said before, this is by far the biggest shock we are facing during the life of that.
Big problems demand big solutions, but from a Prime Minister who spent most of the last month telling us temporary measures and large handouts were not the answer.
What won't work is simply a sticking plaster of handing more money out without dealing with the root cause. What I don't support is taking money off people in tax and then giving it back to them in handouts. That, to me, is Gordon Brown economics.
Supporters say the shift is necessary and pragmatic.
I think Liz Truss in the leadership election said, this is the kind of Conservative I am, this is what I believe in, these are my principles. But equally, she said, I'm an accomplished politician who knows when those principles have to combine with action to deal with the kind of imperatives, the kind of events that I describe.
Liz Truss dismissed the idea of freezing the energy price cap when that was a proposal put forward by the Labour Party. But after a U-turn in the last couple of weeks, tomorrow it will form the centrepiece of what might be her most important announcement in office. Now, all Prime Ministers thrive when they show flexibility, when they get into power. But her MPs will be looking closely when it comes to those promises she made on the campaign trail and whether she's got the political firepower and the cash to deliver them. Labour says borrowing isn't the right way to fund the plan.
Energy companies are making £170 billion in the next couple of years, we understand, and that's simply wrong, and they should play their contribution. And secondly, if the government carries on borrowing, all that's going to happen is that although energy prices for the homeowner will remain stable, interest rates will go up. And so their mortgages will go up. So people's credit card bills will go up. So we're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
A Prime Minister of principle. But how far will she now have to flex when facing a once-in-a-generation crisis? Sam Coates, Sky News, Westminster.